So, measurable lahat. Next is process variation or differences in the process into 3.4 DPMO. Defects per million opportunities. So, ano yung range na, no? So, ano yung conformance na? 99.59. Ayan, parang hindi kayo malito dyan. 99.999967. Para ka lang nagbibilang. Okay? That's the 99.99967 process conformance. And it satisfies your customer and minimize the losses. Ayan. Kasi nga, kapag mababa ang process variation mo, it's just like having 3 defects per million production. So let's say sa loob ng 1,000,000 pochi na produce at 3 lang yung defect, ikaw yung lucky person na nakakuha ng walang laman. Okay? Ang swerte mo. Ganun siya ka-rare. No? Ganun ka-accurate pag sinabing maliit lang yung process variation. Hindi nag-iiba-iba yung quality. Okay? So that's about the Lean Six Sigma. So, saan ba talaga nag-originate yan? No? Well, the Lean started by the Toyota engineer Taiichi Ohno way back 1940. After 40 years, doon naman binuo si Six Sigma under Bill Smith and Michael Hardy under Motorola at 1980. Okay, now, here's the catch. Doc Michael Hardy just passed away 5 years ago. And Doc Michael Hardy is the direct mentor of Sir Lex for the black belt. So basically, kay Doc Michael Hardy and then kay Alpha, yung transfer ng knowledge and then sa inyo na, no? So kayo na yung yung direct transfer ng knowledge na to. So, ayan, the marriage of Lean and Six Sigma makes the methodology more powerful para magkaroon ng operational excellence. So sabi nga sa inyo, it's all about speed and process variation. So now, how do Lean works? Ano? Paano ba nag-iisip? Paano ba ini-implement ang isang Lean? So I'll be showing you a video. Sana hindi masyadong lag ang aking ano. Wait lang. Hanapin ko lang. So this video shows what Lean, no? What Lean looks like in terms of a process. So ito po, ayan. I'm going to share the sound. So observe nyo carefully ano bang meron dito. I'm not promoting Visa card, pero ito yung ano niya. Ito na pala max quality. Okay.
The Visa check card. Because money shouldn't slow you down. Life takes faster money.
Okay. So that's an example of Lean thinking. Now, what have you observed regarding that short video? Ano yung mga na-observe niyo doon? Yes, no, fast pace. May waiting time ba? Continuous yung process, di ba? So, ang tawag dyan ay, ayan, create flow. No? Very smooth process. So, smooth process. Tapos, establish pool, customer base, diba? Customer's perspective, yung process na ginagawa nila, and perfect, diba? Perfect yung process. Now, nagkakaroon lang sila ng disruption. Okay, nagkakaroon lang sila ng disruption kapag nagkaroon ng waste, no? Such as yung kanina, yung difference doon, yung disruption doon is that imbes na card yung pambayad, ang pambayad niya ay cash. So therefore, na-disrupt yung buong process, di ba? So now, doon papasok si Six Sigma. So how can we solve that disruption of the process? So that's how Lean think. Okay? It's a very, very smooth process. And Lean tackles about the 8 wastes. No, if you want to have a very smooth process, and a very continuous process, therefore you must address the 8 wastes, which is the defects, overproduction, waiting, and downtime. Now, among these wastes, I have a question. Which among these wastes is the root of all waste? Ah, sa tingin niyo, ano yung root of all waste dito? Defects, motion, extra process. Ang galing, no? Dali mo, kompleto niya na. Waiting. Oh, konti na lang. Okay, actually, the main answer here is overproduction. Okay? Overproduction. Bakit? Dito nanggagaling lahat ng waste, no? So, let's see this one. Dahil nga pandemic ngayon at naghahanda ka naman tuwing fiesta, for example. Okay, naganda ka ng fiesta as if katulad siya nung before. So, madami kang hinanda, madami kang lumpia na niluto, ayan. Okay, madami kang handa, pansit, etc. However, dahil pandemic, konti lang yung pumunta. So therefore, meron kang overproduction. Dahil kaunti yun pumunta nung piyesta sa inyo, what will happen to the food? Oh, doon sa pagkain, anong mangyayari doon sa sobrang handa? Spoilage, masasayang, 'di ba? Pero saan mo muna siya ilalagay? O di pa naman sira agad 'yan. Di mo naman siya tatapon agad, 'di ba? Oh. So, 'yan. So therefore, dahil nga may sobra ka, ita-transport mo siya sa ref. So therefore, meron kang inventory. Dahil nga tinransport mo siya sa ref, for example, yung lechon na handa mo, 'di ba? Para maging masarap ulit siya, gagawin mo siyang paksiw, lechong paksiw, may extra process ka pa, may extra motion ka pa na ginawa, 'di ba? Tapos yung iba, dahil nga sa inventory mo diyan, hihintayin mo pang maubos. Or in some cases, pwedeng masira. Magkaroon ng spoilage, ayan. Tapos hindi rin na-utilize, 'di ba? Hindi rin na-utilize yung yung resources, 'di ba? So therefore, overproduction is the root of all waste. Now, okay now, here's the catch, no? Ito yung in-address ni Toyota. That's why they have what? JIT. That's why they were able to create the just-in-time. Okay? Para ma-reduce yung inventory or ma-reduce yung overproduction nila. So, delivering everything in quality and in quantity. Okay? So, para ma-reduce yung overproduction. So, that's the lean thinking. Now, let's proceed with the Six Sigma thinking. So, Six Sigma thinking is all about reduction of process variation. So, in essence, ano ba yung ibig niya sabihin talaga? So, it's just like having the problem or the output Tapos, meron tayong input or factors na nagko-consider doon sa output. Okay? So now, let's have a very short game. So, punta tayo sa menti.com. Tapos, ayan. I-reset ko lang yung results ha. And then, punta tayo dito. Ayan. Give me 3 major causes or what you think cause of breakup. Ba't nagbe-break? Ayan. Punta kayo dito, menti.com, and then input 1453 and 1939. So dito, titingnan natin ano ba yung sagot ng mapuans. And bakit nagkakaroon ng breakup. Okay, go! Pangangaliwa, ang lalim naman. Third party, trip lang. Ay, grabe naman, trip lang, ano? Cheating. Ayan. Miscommunication, misunderstanding. Time, miscoms. Okay. May 11 na sumagot. Food. Sino sumagot itong food? Different path. Wow. Lack of communication, not compatible. Gaming, immature, grabe naman. Uncompatible. Toxicity. Ay, grabe. Lason ka, girl. Ano pa? 17 pa lang to, 29 tayo. Ano mga bago dito? Nagsasawa. It's not you, it's me. Ah, galing. Lakas yung mga showbiz, ano. Yan, trip lang. Trust issue. Distance, LDR. Pwede. Yan. Sige. Sige, sagot mo lang yan, Franz. May nag-whisper dito, zodiac sign. Ako, Cancer. Oh. Ako, Cancer. Ikaw, mas Cancer, ah. Oh. May babae. Grabe naman. Pwede bang, what if, may lalaki din pala, di ba? Ayan, may lalaki. Natawa naman ako. Oh, may lalaki, may babae. Mas invested yung isa, so one-sided, no? Pwede. Yan, nakaka-29 na tayo. Nag-update pa ang ating di ba? So now, this is a word cloud, no? It's an activity of data collection. So, kung mapapansin nyo, thoroughly pa siya nag-update. Tapos, kinokollect niya yung mga common answers. Okay? Ayan. No growth. Pero ba't 33 to? Ba't sobrang dami nagsagot? Ayan. Love language. Pwede. No? Para pag tinanong ka, anong love language mo? Sorry, bobo ko no? Ayan, kaka-TikTok mo Sad boy manipulative. Uy, grabe, paano to? Yung parang, sige, diyan ka na lang. Masaya ka naman dyan Diba? Ganun ba yun? Kung saan ka masaya, sige, supportahan. Ako na lang lalayo para di mo na nakikita. Yung mga ganyan linyahan. Diba? Napaka-manipulative. Sad boy manipulative. Pero, nagtataka talaga ako, bakit food? Causes ng breakup food, no? Ano to? Si Basha, tsaka si Popoy. Yan. Ano nga ba yun? Yung balat ng manok? Tama ba? O yung tinola? Ay, kaya ano pala yun? Kay sa El Pili ba yun? Tama ba? Yung kay sa tinolang manok. Goals are not aligned. Mas invested yung isa. Pero look, kung dito nga natin yung results nito, the major factors are miscommunication. And then ano yung mga malalaki ang text? May lalaki. Teka lang, question na. Itong may lalaki na to, both sides ba to? Pwede sa babae? Oh, both sides daw. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, may lalaki. Tapos misunderstanding, toxic partner. Paano ba masabi kapag toxic? Kapag toxic na ba kapag kinukuha yung password ng Facebook? Toxic ba yun? Yes. 'Di ba? Wala ka na bang privacy? 'Di ba? Toxic na ba kapag pag tinatago yung messages? Eh no, kapag pinipilit niya makita yung messages, nangaagaw ng pagkain. Toxic. So therefore, ang food ang language, ang love language mo is about giving food, no? Yan, receiving food. So kung makikita nyo, ito yung mga factors kung ba't nagkakaroon ng breakup. Ngayon, let's relate this into Six Sigma. Yang X sub 1, X sub 2, X sub N, ito yung sinagot nyo. Ito yung tanong ko. See? That is Six Sigma. So therefore, pagdating mo sa company, may isang problema, madaming factors kung bakit nagkakaroon ng problema. Okay? So ngayon, pipiliin natin which among factors, those factors, yung pinaka nagko-contribute doon sa problem. Dito, in this case, communication, no? Communication yung yung pinakasagot nyo. So therefore, pagdating natin ng analyze phase, i-validate natin yan. O kunwari, kumuha tayo ng 150 couples, ex-couples. O, tapos bakit sila nag-break? I-categorize natin. Di ba ang gandang thesis nun, no? Tapos i-check natin, no? Bakit miscommunication? Hindi ako naniniwala dito, study first. Ayaw mo lang sabihin, pangit yung nanliligaw eh. Sorry, study first. Makita mo may jowa na agad, no? De, joke lang, wala akong hugot, no? Pero, kung makikita nyo, no? So, i-validate natin tong pinaka-cause kung bakit, or pinaka-root cause kung bakit nagkakaroon ng breakup. That is the process of Six Sigma. Kumuha tayo ng maraming factors, we validate them, we check kung sino ba, or kung ano yung factors ba, yung pinaka-significant or root cause kaya nagkakaroon ng problem. So, this is identifying the key excess or key factors to control the variation or the differences in our output. So ano bang benefits ng Lean Six Sigma? So it's just like comparing pagkakape, no? So gaano ba ka-tedious ang 3 Sigma kung i-compare mo sa pagtitimpla ng kape? It's just like going from Manila, pupunta ka ng, let's say pupunta ka ng Boracay, para magkape. Ganun lang. 4 Sigma process, let's see, from Mapua, going to Robinsons, no? Going to Robinsons, para magkape, para mag-Starbucks. Starbucks. Oy, pare, Starbucks, no? Yan. 5 Sigma process, it's just like going to Mapua, from Mapua, going to SM Manila para mag-Starbucks. Okay? Actually, gawain ko to nung masters. Kasi ang klase ko, it's 7:30 to 12. Tapos yung next class ko, 4:30 to 9. So, nung gagawin ko ng 12 to 4:30, tatambay na lang ako sa SM Manila, manonood ng sine. Ayan. So, guys, huwag nyo ganyan. Kasi, yung pinapad kong sine, yung 50 pesos lang, yung, yung pwede mo ulit-ulitin, no? Ayan. Anyway, 5 minutes lang, malalakad ka lang, going to SM Manila para lang mag-Starbucks. But if you have a Six Sigma process, diba? Ayan. Pupunta ka lang sa faculty room, hingi ka ng mainit na cup na mainit na tubig para magtimpla ng kape. Or pupunta ka lang sa cafe, doon sa canteen para magkape. Ganun siya kadali. Okay? When comparing into a 3 Sigma process. So now, here's the question. So sir, ano bang status ng mga company ngayon? No? Well, only 8 to 10% lang nakaka-achieve ng Six Sigma process ng mga manufacturing natin. And the average is 3 to 4 Sigma. Yung iba pa nga, 2 Sigma pa nga. Ganun kalala ang kanilang production. Okay? So we optimize the resources. So ngayon the question is, kanina, Six Sigma is all about 99.9999967%. Ngayon, so sir, yung 99% process ba, okay lang siya? Well, ganito yung katumbas ng 99% process. So, isipin mo, no, merong 5,000 incorrect surgery bawat linggo. So when we see incorrect surgery, maling daliri yung operahan, may naiwang equipment sa loob, incorrect surgery yon, right? So ganun siya, ganun yung equivalent niya. So the answer is it's not okay. No? So there are associated risks as conformance rate deviates from the target. So the question is, sino ba nagbe-benefit sa Six Sigma? Well, everyone benefits about Six Sigma, pwedeng internal, pwedeng external. Kapag internal, so nagkakaroon tayo ng increase in profit, nare-reduce natin yung cost, nagkakaroon ng moral kasi nga you were able to contribute significantly to the company. So so ngayon, when you enter the job interview, what can you contribute to the company? Ang sagot hindi na ganito, may contribution po pala, no? Hindi na ganoon. Ang masasagot niyo na kasi dahil tapos na kayo mag Lean Six Sigma training. Well, I finished my Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt training and I can contribute process improvement, blah 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 with these tools na inaral mo, etc. etc. Diba? Boom, you're hired. Yeah. And what else? Mapadaling trabaho kasi nga you'll be able to increase the efficiency of the process inside. So ngayon, we're talking about the belts and levels. So nandito pa lang kayo sa level na to. At yung subject nyo dito, yung Six Sigma, white belt lang yan. It's all about theory. Okay? So now, top to bottom approach tayo. So yung MBB, ay may kumakahol. Ayan, slave. Okay. So the MBB stands for the Master Black Belt. So sila yung parang Enterprise Six Sigma expert. Sila yung parang consultant ng CEO mismo. Sila yung mga 5 to 10 years yung project plan nila. Ngayon, yung 5 to 10 years na, i-breakdown nila yan sa Black Belts. Black Belts. In 1 to 3 years, kailangan ma-achieve natin yung partial nitong major project na to. Ngayon si Black Belt, sila yung mga technical experts, more likely mga managerial levels. And then si Black Belt, hahatiin niya kay GB. Si GB nasa 3 to 7 months yung project timeline. So hahatiin niya sa iba't ibang part yung project na to. And then si Green Belt, siya naman yung assistant ni Yellow Belt. Okay? Kumbaga si Yellow Belt, sila naman yung tool experts. Ito naman yung mga project leaders. Okay, project originator, project leaders. Okay? So ito yung mga keyword. Technical expert, enterprise expert. Yan. So ayun yung mga keyword natin. So kayo as Yellow Belt, kayo yung katuwang ni Green Belt sa pag-collect ng mga data, pag-collect ng mga tools, paggawa ng mga tools. Okay, kayo yung frontliner in terms of continuous improvement. Okay? So now, sir, do we have to go under Green Belt before we can take the Black Belt? The answer is no. You can literally jump from no one, kung nandito ka, patalon ka dito, pwede yan. However, the premise will look like this. When I took my Green Belt at St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City, yung mga kaklase ko is nurses, doctors, kasi nga hospitalist sila. Wala silang idea about the statistics, wala silang idea about the fishbone diagram, the Pareto chart, etc. So for me, dahil sa IE, may advantage tayo kasi we undergo those type of process learning. So medyo hindi tayo nahirapan. But the premise, kapag nag-jump ka, is that from the time na dapat i-absorb mo na or dapat natutunan mo na after the lecture, doon pa lang time na ina-absorb mo pa lang yung previous lecture. So therefore, maglalag ka or mahuhuli ka sa lesson. So ayun yung premise kapag nag-jump ka from nothing to black belt or nothing to green belt. Okay? So kaya nga may advantage sa Six Sigma yung mga IE kasi meron tayong white belt level na subject, which is the industrial quality control, or in your case, it's Six Sigma already. So let's say, ayun ay mga nasa boundary na Excel. So sir, pag ba ako nag-take ng Six Sigma subject, certified na ako? Actually, the answer is no. Only black belt certifies the green belt and the yellow belt. Okay? So yun po ang ating, yun ang mga roles and responsibilities ng mga belts. So, the basic Lean Six Sigma roadmap, no, bigyan ko lang kayo ng quick definition here. Ano ba yung mga hinahanap natin? So, we are talking about the five rights. Okay. So, under the define, we have the right data. And we have the right data. Under the measure, under the define, we have the right problem. So, we wanted to avoid the Cobra effect. When we say Cobra effect, ito yung nag-apply ka ng solution pero mas lumala yung problem. No? So, that's why we wanted to get the right problem. And then measure phase, that's getting the right data. Analyze phase, right root cause and analysis. Okay, improve is right solution. And for the control is the right monitoring. So those are the 5 rights ng Lean Six Sigma. Ito yung summary nitong slide na to. So sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, it's just like a funnel diagram. Sobrang dami mong factors, which among the factors yung pinaka-significant or pinaka-contributor, let's say X sub 2. So ito yung bibigyan natin ng solution. Tapos under your control, yung solution na ginawa mo, ay yun yung imo-monitor mo. So basically, hindi na yung problem na na-identify mo sa define, yung minomonitor mo, but the solution ng improve. Yung improve kasi, naka-address siya doon sa root cause, pinaka-root cause na nakuha niya under analyze phase. So si analyze phase, naka-anchor siya doon sa mga major causes na na-identify mo kay measure phase. At si measure phase, naka-anchor doon sa isiset mong problem statement kay define. So ayan yung storyline nilang 5. So saan ba siya na-apply? No? Well, madaming application or madaming companies na actually gumagamit ng Six Sigma. So here in the Philippines, no, so unang nag-mature dyan the production, the management. Next is the services. So ngayon, sobrang sikat na sa services such as itong Accenture, hospitals, aviation, ayan, no? Ayun yung mga application ng Six Sigma. So, in manufacturing, paano ba siya ina-apply? For example, ito, eliminating errors, defects, mag-establish kayo ng measurement system na standard, i-reduce yung mga forecast, ayan. No? So, kung makikita nyo, everything here is measurable, no? Metric. However, apply din naman yan sa services kasi ito naman, more of attributes yung mini-measure mo. Such as service availability, di ba? Contact centers line efficiency, so may mga waiting time, ayan. The efficiency ng mga document reports, accuracy, lead time, ayan. So, ganoon naman siya sa services. So, sir, paano ko na-apply ang Six Sigma sa hospital? It's all about, meron kaming clinical study, no? Example ay phlebitis. So, si phlebitis kasi, for your knowledge, ito yung kapag in-administer ka sa injection site mo, for example, tapos biglang namasa. Ayan. So, that's phlebitis. Dapat kasi hindi dapat namamasa. Unless, pasain ka. Ganyan. So, nirule out namin yung mga pasain. So, yung mga hindi pasain, may test kasi doon. So, pag sila nagkaka-phlebitis, ano yung mga factors na nakaka-apekto doon? Pwedeng yung skill ng nurse, pwede kasing tumurok siya ng isa, sala. Tapos, inikot-ikot niya, tawag doon, fishing. Inikot-ikot niya, tapos tsaka na tinurok ulit. So, nagkaroon ng pasa. Pwedeng solution ng gamot, no? Pwede nagre-react or mali yung computation nung age, weight, height doon sa solution ng gamot, viscosity, etc. Pwedeng equipment na ginamit, iba pala, hindi siya ganoon ka-efficient. So, ganun mga factors. Tapos, which among those factors yung pinaka nagko-contribute ng phlebitis, for example. So, that's an application of Six Sigma in medical. Okay, so that's all for the fundamentals. So, now, I'll be discussing your digital project. So, your digital project revolves around this case. It's a Fever Beverages. So, this is a typical coffee shop in Batangas. Recently, yung GM ay nagkakaroon ng problem of not meeting the target lead time of coffee, serving hot coffee na 15 minutes. So, maximum na dapat yung 15 minutes. However, hindi niya na-meet yun. So, based on initial data analysis nga, yung volume naman ng customers ay stable, walang influx. So, nag-hire siya ng isang team para gumamit ng Dimaic. So, ang staffing model dito, meron kang isang cashier, meron kang isang barista, at meron kang guard. So, sufficient lahat yan. No? Sufficient yung tao, sufficient yung equipment, sufficient yung raw material. So, walang kulang. So, dahil nga, i-improve dapat yung lead time. So, kaya siya, ito yung gagawin yung case study. So, ito yung process lead time. Historical, no? From work week 1 to work week 12. So, hindi niya nami-meet yung 15 minutes. Ang daming instances. Okay? Hindi niya nami-meet. So, paano natin susolusyonan yan? So, that will be the question. No? So, ngayon, ano ba yung mga deliverables natin under the defined measure? So, define, gagawa lang tayo ng project charter at SIPOC diagram. Sa measure phase, gagawa tayo ng process map, identify natin alin yung mga 8 ways at paano ba solusyonan yung mga ways na yon. Sa analyze phase, gagawa tayo ng root cause analysis, gagawa tayo ng Ishikawa diagram, gagawa tayo ng mga bar chart, etc. which is bukas ay yung aaralin nyo. Analyze and improve. Sa improvement, gagawa kayo ng mga solution, i-document yung solution, and for the control, gagawa kayo ng monitoring plan for your solution. Okay? So, it's already 2:06, no? And let's have some ergonomical break. So, I'll be giving you, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes, no? Water break, bladder break. So, do you have any questions? And do you have any questions for me before we have our break? May tanong po ba? So, kung walang tanong, ayan, no? So, before we end our fundamentals, and let's have a break, no? So, let's go back at 2:13 or 2:15. Okay? So, kung may tanong, kindly whisper me dito sa chat box natin sa Zoom. Okay? Okay, now let's resume. Okay, let's resume. Ay, nagtanong dito, di ko na sabihin kung sino. Ang cute daw ng carrot ko sa likod. Yes, yan. That's Kakarot. Yan. From Dragon Ball. Okay? Anyway, so let's move forward. So now let's talk about define, which is the getting the right problem. Yan. So under the define, yung mga deliverables natin dito revolves around problem solving or improvement. So dito gagawa tayo ng charter, project charter, or in project charters, they basically paano mo dina-document yung mga bagay-bagay. We have the CPOC, no? So this is a clear business case na meron tayong goal statement, or in short, this is a proposal for your study. Okay? So now, let's first understand ano ba ibig sabihin kapag problem solving at improvement. So when we say problem solving, it's yung gap na tinutukoy mo, it's a problem wherein ito yung current situation mo, and you have your standard. Okay? So you have your standard here. So ayan yung problem solving. So current and then standard. But if you already have the standard, okay? So if you already have the standard, so gusto mo lang siyang i-level up pa, ang tawag diyan ay improvement. Okay? So improvement na yung tawag diyan. Okay? So that's the difference between problem solving and improvement. So problem solving, current, then standard. Kapag improvement, standard, new standard. Okay? So, kumbaga, ito yung nasa baba nun. So, ito yung current, tapos standard. So, this is problem solving. So, there will always be benefit in closing the gap, whether the gap is a problem or the gap would be an opportunity. So, pwede kang magkaroon lagi ng financial savings. Ayan, no? So, and customer satisfaction from time to time when we're able to solve a certain problem. However, the question would be, how to choose the right problem? Kailan ba natin sabihin na it is the right problem? First, kapag meron tayong mga recurring na problem, at kapag meron tayong mga alternative solutions. So maraming solutions na naka-line up. So we have to weigh which solution is right for our problem, for our root cause. So kapag simple concern lang yan, one simple obvious solution, ayan. So tawag dyan ay mga just do it project. So mag-focus tayo dito. No? Meron tayong iba't ibang solution at yung complexity mahirap, and then paulit-ulit yung problem. So how to choose the right problem? Una, ito nga verifiable, measurable. So nag-verify natin siya. Pwede siyang ma-analyze ng mga team members. No need for external expert para magbigay sa atin ng ganong information. Tapos, kapag negatively nakaka-apekto na siya sa buhay ng mga team members, yan, no? Or naapektuhan na, yun na nga. So, kailangan natin siyang isolve. So, in terms of project charter, this serves as a contract. This is your first deliverable, no? This is just like a contract between you and the leadership of the organization. So, this is the common communication nyo. Kasi kayo, ang insight nyo, it's all about ganito, ito yung mga tools, ganyan. However, the management, hindi kasi ganyan yung nakikita nila. Ang nakikita nila is that, how much am I going to invest, kailan siya babalik, ano yung mga gagawin mo, at magkano yung return niya sa akin. Okay? But the technicality, the specificity, it's in your level. So, ito yung project charter, ito yung mag-meet yung expectations nyong dalawa. So, ano ba yung mga elements ng project charter? Well, we have the business case over there. Business case, importance of doing the project. We have the description ng problem, etc. So, this is an example of project charter. So, bigyan kayo ng elements nito. You have the business case here. Your business case is just like your hindi siya abstract, but rationale or background of the study. Okay, background of the study. So, for example, ito, no, ang problem dito is the yield. Okay? Ibig sabihin, percent of good manufactured products. So, nakuha nila yan sa assembly area. Largest gap na may 1.38% versus the target ng 99.5% for yield management. So, pag problem statement, doon mo siya ilalagay. Ano ba yung minimeasure mo? That's what. Then where? Saan siya nangyayari? Ano yung current status mo? Okay, and then when? Kailan ito nangyari? Factory target, ito yung goal mo. And then, what is the gap? So, that's how you do your problem statement. What, where, current, when, target, then, gap. Okay? Ilang percent yung gap. Next is the primary metric. This is the graph of your historical data. Next, objective statement. Objective statement, nagko-complement siya dito sa ating problem statement. So, objective statement natin, para ma-increase yung yield, kasi dito, sa problem statement, mababa yung yield. So, increase process yield assembly from goal gap. Tapos, magalagay ng completion date. Then, project scope, this serves as your boundary. Ayan. So from time na umorder ka hanggang dumating, lahat ng factors, lahat ng taong dadaanan nun, hanggang dun lang. Okay? So importante itong project scope kasi mag-evolve to into a SIPOC diagram. Okay? So may explain ko ano ba yung SIPOC diagram, no? So ano ba yung mga tips sa problem statement? So huwag ka maglalagay ng mga problem huwag ka maglalagay na hindi obvious. So, kailangan develop an obvious problem statement. Tipong first, 3 words pa lang, andun na yung problem statement agad. And then, highlight the should with the use of adjective. So, pwedeng high or increasing, frequent machine breakdown, delay in, ayan. So, papalitan yung mga words. Or, ganun yung mga gagamitin na words. So, do not imply the most likely cause of the problem. So, wala pa tayong validated root cause dito. Due to, because of, process yield at assembly have a gap of 1.30% because of this one. So, hindi tayo nag-assume agad ng major cause kasi iba-validate pa natin at mag-data gathering tayo. Next is do not use lack of. So, lack of data, ganyan. So, wag ganon. Huwag din masyadong broad yung term like system, like communication. So, kung department yan, assembly department, so ganun siya gagawin. And then do not state problem as a question. Like, how to decrease the process yield or how to increase the process yield at company X. So, that is too broad siya mangyayari kapag how to increase process yield at 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 this department or how to improve productivity. So, di ba, too broad yun. Tapos, wag din siyang gagawin question, how to increase process yield, blah, blah, blah. Ito yung ba nangyayari doon sa metric mo, what's happening and what is the metric, saan siya nangyayari, ano yung status mo at kailan siya mo nakuha yung data, then versus factory target of the goal and the gap. So ngayon, let's go with the goal statement. Kailangan daw SMART. SMART, ibig sabihin, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So gagawa ka, start ka lagi sa action verb. Tapos focus ka sa mga metric, which is numbers. Huwag ka maglalagay ng solution. So, for example, to increase process yield by 1.38% through the use of this method. We're gonna, or by implementing. So bago po yan, bago po yung term na gagamitin. Next, the goal statement, ito nga siya, action verb, specific, measurable, specific kasi alam mo kung ano yung measure mo at alam mo yung metric na gagamitin mo dyan. Tapos from your current going to the goal na merong gap which is attainable. So attainable, ibig sabihin you establish attainable or achievable na gap. And then realistic time, bawal ka maglalagay ng date para alam din ni process owner or ni company owner yung expectations na kailan ba yun matatapos, etc. Now let's go with the SIPOC diagram or SIPOC diagram. So SIPOC diagram, it's a high-level process map na merong 5 to 7 process step lang. Okay? So yung galing project scope kanina, so from order serving to order taking, ayun lang gagawa mo ng 5 to 7 process step. Okay? So importante kasi dito, malaman natin yung relationship ng input doon sa supplier at ng output doon sa customer. So dito, food-based, pag product-based, so pwedeng ganito, saan galing yung material, sino supplier ng material, pero kapag process-based, ano yung requirement? Kanino galing yung requirement? Okay? So, yun yung mga tinatanong. So, example, ito. Simula na mag-arrive si customer, hanggang ma-deliver yung order or ma-pick up yung order, ayun yung 5 to 7 process step. Okay? Ano yung kailangan mo? Ano yung requirement mo? Ano yung prerequisite mo para umusad to? Kanino siya galing? Okay? Kay patron. After the process, after nito, anong output nito? So, you have your lunch order, for example, at kanino mo siya bibigay? Hindi lang siya basta patron, kundi lunch patron siya. So, that's how SIPOC works under the defined phase. This is a product-based SIPOC. Kasi ang ingredient mo dito, yan, kettle, water, coffee mug. Kanino ba siya nanggaling? Let's say corner shop. No? So, pwedeng ganito, pero I suggest process-based tayo. Okay, so that's all for the defined phase. So, your deliverables would be gumawa ng project charter, number 1. Second is create a SIPOC diagram. So, that's all I'm requiring you. So, I'll be giving you 30 to 45 minutes to finish your output today. Then let's have a presentation and I'll be explaining some things regarding this presentation. So do you have any questions for me? So may tanong po ba? Kasi kung wala na, bubuksan ko na yung breakout rooms. Ito po, pakipicturean po yung case na gagamitin. Nasa nyo rin po ito, nasa LMS nyo rin po. Alisin ko yung mga sulat ha. Ayan. So ito po yung itsura ng ang gagawin niyo lang po ay charter